Hello, second graders. Welcome to math. We are in chapter 8. We are on lesson 8 in chapter 15, and we are looking at shapes. Okay. The target for today is to draw to show halves, thirds, and fourths in different ways. Now, the way that we do that is halves, we'll see 2, thirds, we'll see 3, and fourths, we'll see 4. Now, the way I try to remember that is when I say thirds, I think if I'm third in line, there's 1, 2, 3. I'm the third person. 1, 2, 3. And if I'm fourth in line, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the fourth person. There are 4 of us. That means I'll look for things that are 4. Okay, but right now they want us to color the squares that are showing equal shares. Equal, we've talked about this a little bit, excuse me, and I've been talking about if it was a food, and I say if one person got this piece and another person got this piece, would they both be happy? Yes, because they are equal size. So I have to look at the pieces that have equal shares, and then we'll carry those or color those. All right, so let's see this one and this one and this one and this one. They all look like they are equal sized, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 equal shares. So I'm going to color this. This whole square gets colored. Now let's take a look at this one. I have this share and this share. Well, I can see right away that this one is very large and this one is very small. So they are not equal. I am not going to color that one. So here's another square, 1, 2, 3, 4, that looks like it doesn't matter which one I took. If we were trying to be fair, I could take this one or this one or this one or this one. It doesn't matter. They are all equal. So they have equal shares. I'm going to color it. Equal shares. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's take a look over here. If I have this, let's see. I could take this one. If I picked this piece up and put it on top of that, it would be the same. So this is equal shares. All 4 of these are showing equal shares. So I'm going to color this right like that. But what about this one? Let's see. This one, if I took this piece and I gave you that piece, you might say, wait a minute, that's not fair because your piece is much bigger than my piece. Not equal. So let's not color in that one. What about this one? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I picked up one of these pieces and put it on top of the other one, it would cover it exactly because they are equal sized. So I'm going to color in that one. All right. So how are the squares you colored the same? How are they different? So they are, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all in, let's not do that with the highlighter. They are all fourths. They are all fourths. And how are they different? They show 4 different ways to divide. Right? They showed 4 different ways to divide them, and they're still equal shares. All right, let's turn the page. We are now going to 774. This says draw lines to show fourths in 2 different ways, and then color 1/4 of each square. So if I draw like the first page that we were just looking at, and I say I can start in the middle, and I say there's half. half and half. And then I want to do another. I look at this half and I say, well, half of that is there, and half of this half is right in the middle there, and then 1/4 is up here. So this is the colored part. 1/4 of this, when I show from corner to corner, well, there is half, this side and this side. And then half of each half. So I have a triangle. So I color in this right like that. Now this one says draw lines to show halves in 2 different ways. So I have halves. I'm going to do a straight line up and down. And for circles, it's very easy. All I have to do is go from one side to the other. I can go this way and this way. But what does it say to do? Color 1/2 of each circle. I'm going to color 1/2, right? So if I'm doing 1/2, I write it like this, 1/2. There's 2 pieces, one side over here, one side over here, and I colored in one of them. So 1/2. And let's do the same over here. We'll color one of the 2 pieces. Now this says draw lines to show thirds in 2 different ways. Now thirds is not quite as easy as fourths. However, we can do it. Okay? I'll just take a look and I'll say if I had 3 friends and each one wanted to get an equal piece, I would draw about like that. And the other way I can do it, I can't go from corner to corner because then I wouldn't have 3, I would only have 2. So let's see, I'll go up and down. I'll go there and there. All right, and then it says color 1/3 of each rectangle. Let's see. There is 1/3, right? 3 separate sections, and one of them is colored. I'll color 1/3 here. 3 pieces, and one of them is colored. All right, and then you can think, how are they different? How are they the same? This one is longer and skinnier. This one is shorter and thicker. Okay, these are the same because circles, we can just move them around. This, if I turned it, it would fit immediately exactly on top of that. All right, so let's go to our next page. We are on 775. It says draw lines to show fourths in 2 different ways. Now, fourths, remember, we go in half, and then we cut those halves in half. But if we want to have 2 different ways, I can say color or cut it in half that way, and then in half this way. Color 1/4 of each circle. So I do that, and I do this. It does not matter which one I color because they are all the same. There are 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the bottom, and one of them is colored, that's the top. Draw lines to show, number 4, we'll draw lines to show thirds 2 different ways. Color 1/3 of each square. Same thing. I have 3 friends. I want to cut it into 3 pieces that are just the same. And coloring 1/3 means there's 1, 2, 3 sections, and one of them is different. And let's see, it said we wanted to have 2 different ways, so I will do side to side. There's that and that. And to color 1/3, does it have to be the top one? No. I could do the bottom. I could do the middle. They are all the same. My drawing is a little bit off, but you will have to just pretend that Mr. Garrett is much better at dividing. So there's 1, 2, 3 sections. That's the bottom. And one of them is different. 1/3. All right. Draw lines to show halves. 2 different ways. So let's see. I'm going to do halves. I'll go from the middle of the top to the middle of the bottom. And then from the middle of the side to the middle of the other side. And to color 1/2 of each rectangle, then I will color one section, right? This rectangle, the whole thing, has been chopped into 2 pieces, right? Separated into this piece and this piece. 1, 2. And one of them is different. One of them is colored in. So I have this side that's been separated into 2 pieces, and I color in one of them. 2 pieces, that's the bottom, and I have one that's different, that's the top. Now, it says, explain how you know that each color is 1/4 of the whole square. Well, this is a little tricky. Okay, we have to think, we have to change our minds and think about moving things around with our brain and finding out how many squares there are total. So let's see, let's count how many are here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? This is an array. I have 4 rows, 4 columns, 4 rows, 4 columns, and it makes 16. All right, now let's count each color. Let's see, red has 1, 2, 3, 4. Has 4. Let's see, purple. Purple, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. And the orange one. So let's write orange here. Orange has 1, 2, 3, 4. And last but not least, yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4. So each color has the same number of squares. So if I said everybody's going to take a piece, there are 4 of us, right? 1/4. If I say there are 4 of us and I'm going to pick red, red would get 4 squares. Would that be fair to the purple? Well, yes, because purple would also get 4 squares. And what if somebody else said, but I want orange? Orange also gets 4 squares. And yellow gets 4 squares. There are 4 different sections. They each get 4 squares. So the whole with the W, that means everything, is 16 squares, small squares, and each color gets 1/4 of 16, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, boys and girls, I want you to do the next 2 pages on your own. Do the practice pages, and I hope you have a great day.